Stuff that we're like. Good evening, folks. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. We should have had the Australian team. I don't know what's happened to them. They might pop up at some point. But Sarah, Laura, Craig, and Jennifer from sunny Oregon down below.
Okay, it is sunny today. It was not yesterday.
You used to get kind of mild weather, right?
It can't make up its mind. It's bleeding, foggy, rainy, foggy, frozen fog, some snow, rain, frozen rain, and then sun.
It's about like Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah,
It was freezing this morning.
I was going to say it sounds like Scotland.
Well, we had snow last week. We had snow last Saturday for one day.
We haven't, our snow, at least in our town, hasn't snowed, but our mountains, oh my gosh, our mountains are covered in snow. So, yeah.
You get that up north, McCain and Gorms and what have you, up there, you see the top of the mountains covered in snow. But that was one day of snow in about 6 years or something. But it's snowing for Christmas.
Well, it's not the record. The record for Madness, I think, is 10 years with no snow.
Wow.
What are we, about 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about 6, 7 years or something. I did make a snow, poor as it was, yes. It was a poor effort. It was a Bubba J snowman. I don't know if you're familiar with Bubba J. So tonight we don't have a topic. I know it's a Christmas live, but the last couple of years since we started, various subjects about Christmas traditions and stuff, foods and all that, waffle, you know. And so this year we don't actually have a topic, so I think we're just going to talk. I think Jennifer's got a wee idea or two.
I do. It'll cover at least some part of today.
There you go. So we're going to kind of talk crap for an hour and a half. It's our last live. Oh no, it's no last live of the year. We've got Patty on Monday.
Can I go then? Because I kind of talk crap.
You talk crap constantly. I wouldn't want to. I'm sure you'll fit right in. You know what I mean? So it's very good year for PIH.
Long.
So,
Oh, was that Sia? Oh, that.
that was actually quite slow.
Are you bleeding?
No, I know yet.
Well, wait. I think I might just go in, right?
Okay, since this is kind of the last live before the end of the year, I do have one question for y'all. What was your major pet peeve? Whether it could be ghost related, it could be non-ghost related. What was your major pet peeve of 2023?
I thought you were going to ask what was highlight. But you went the other way, didn't you? It was a major. What really is off the most? But individually or as a team? When they announced that they weren't making Karamak bars anymore. That really.
That is funny. That is funny.
That's out. But in the paranormal, where I'll let the ladies go first.
Gee, no throwing anyone under the bus. Go, Laura. Go, Sarah.
Anybody?
Well, this is easy because I was talking this on Friday. The last year, Craig and I have had battles with our gas company, and we have not paid money for over a year, right? So, the 1 week that I really needed the extra money, what did the gas company do? They took my money. It really, really annoyed me.
What's that going to do with paranormal?
Jennifer said it didn't have to do with the paranormal.
It doesn't have to do with the paranormal. Just a pet peeve of 2023. It can be paranormal, like Eric in the chat said, running around, or everyone running around saying demon, which I agree with because That is always a pet peeve of mine. I don't think that one's ever going to go away. So yes, I think a lot of people would definitely agree with that. But pet peeves can be anything that happened during the course of the year.
Well, this had it when it went on for a whole year, back and forth, emails, escalations, complaints, so on. And 1 month that I would get money to take it.
What? Do you know how many times we've heard this?
Wow. It was
Jennifer?
The steam's still coming out our ears.
I have a new pet peeve this year, and it has to deal with the news and how the news is projecting its ideals onto TV, at least for the United States. They'll say one thing and have everything here, and then, especially during the spooky season, they'll say it again, but then they have to contradict themselves later. And I'm like, dude, there's a dictionary. There's a thesaurus. These are not hard words. That's my pet peeve, is when people cannot use the right words.
thesaurus.
A thesaurus.
A book of meanings of words.
Yeah,
It's not
And antonyms.
see, in Glasgow, we don't have that because we can't afford that one.
No,
So we just-
if you're looking,
Part of the thesaurus, you choose not to.
How do you say something?
No, it's just my pet peeve of people just making up stuff and then throwing it in there and then making up some word or better still, having a word that they have no idea what it means, but they're going to throw that in there anyway.
That sounds shows that I've watched, but nobody is saying my thesaurus. I don't care.
thesaurus.
No, it's in the medical profession.
dinosaur.
Sounds like an organ or something, doesn't it? Something like,
No, it's like, say if you're writing an essay or something and you've used a word too many times, you would go look at a thesaurus and find a word that means the same, but it's a different word.
But it
Or
does.
if you want something that means the opposite and you need a better chance. That's what a thesaurus is for.
You get up in the morning, and say, my thesaurus is on me today.
Anyway.
I think I slept on my thesaurus.
That's just because you're an old coffin dodger.
I'm not doing. See if I see a coffin, I'm a coffin, a coffin.
Oh gosh, look what I've started.
I know. Thanks very much for that, Jennifer. So, what's your biggest peeve?
I don't know if I have one. We say I'm dying. I have, like, but other than that, aye, we've had a stressful year, but it's been a good stressful year.
Right,
Yeah.
Craig, what's yours?
I'm kind of thinking overuse of the word woke in everything. Basically, people overusing it. People just, no matter if a new TV show comes on, it contains some, like a gay character, it's accused of being woke, it's being everything. And, if somebody criticizes the norm, it's close. They're accused of being woke. I just want to scream, "Shut up!" Just stop it. Stop misusing that word. So I just kind of I totally hate it. And there is another one, and basically it's people being late. And Laura will know I'm talking about this because my brother made me wait for half an hour. When I was in Glasgow last night, and I was absolutely fuming, and I was having to stand next to some guy who was spouting religious beliefs and political beliefs, and for about half an hour I had to put up with his total and utter rubbish. This is a guy standing on the street with a microphone. And even my best friend, who's a Christian and the Salvation Army captain, even he was getting just wanting to go, oh, for goodness sake, shut up, And to add on top of that, my brother, who said he would meet me at 7 o'clock, did not turn up until 7:25. So I was getting even more cold in Glasgow, waiting. And I was absolutely raging, wasn't I, Laura? I was pure, like that. People making me wait absolutely grinds my gears totally.
Oh, it does.
That's a good one. That's okay. Are you guys having the same issue that we're having here in America, where there are certain teenagers or young adults, and I mean like ages 20, 19, 20, claiming that they have diagnosed with time problems, that they have an issue coming to things on time because it's a diagnosis of the mind?
Yeah.
Or are you kidding me? Just get a watch, get an alarm, get here on time, please.
You're late. There's no excuse. You have a clock.
Yeah,
You have a clock on your
that's
phone.
kind of that's a slight pet peeve I have, not a huge pet peeve.
But some people are late. Sometimes it can't be avoided. I hate people being late, but sometimes it's unavoidable. But why come to this comment that Rigger made? One big coffee, and he's referring to me and my size. Now that's fattest. He's trying to fat shame me. And yes, he is a lot bigger than me. He's no stranger to a steak pie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it shouldn't be. In the case of you, Scott, it shouldn't be a big coffin. More like a little tiny small one.
You just whisper to me. I just like a big. No, I don't know. I can't answer questions like
just like that. The derailment happens.
Rigger,
I would say your pal.
Sarah wants to know if you, I'm not going to ask that one.
You said that Rigger was fatter than you.
See what she said.
I'm lying.
Can some? I'm fatter than all these.
Well, that's
right, okay. Right, shut up then, Chucky. Thanks very much, Jennifer, for asking that.
I didn't know it was going to go that direction.
There's the man here, the handsome dude himself, and I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about the Mr. Matt Barron, the paranormal consultant. My biggest pet peeve in the paranormal, well, I've got two. One is what Eric said about the demon thing, you know.
I agree.
And the other one is these monkeys or clowns that get me started up here. They're clowns that put on their page. We did an investigation. We got amazing evidence, but you never see it.
You don't show it, do you?
Shine off the lights, that beautiful head, Scott. Good money. Much love.
Pick on Scott, mate.
That's not what I thought.
That's why I covered mine.
Just do the whole.
Oh, by the way, folks, I just need to, I do apologise because I've executed our elf. You see, he's been duct taped and hung because I'm sick of all this elf in a shelf for on day 16 or something. And so this is payback tonight, as you see. The daughter's not here, so he's been duct taped and hung, and I make no apologies for it. Scott, LOL. I thought Scott said Scott. I don't know who that is.
As I said, it appears to be pick on Scott.
I did a show last week, and for the first half,
it's not my fault.
Did a show with GSI last week past, and for the first half hour, I just get totally ripped to shreds. Likeable guy, I think. Sort of. You know, I get up to shreds. But anyway, these idiots that come on and say the big investigation, and we're going to upload it, and you'll see all our evidence, and you never see it. Or they'll say, you know, they'll put something up on TikTok or something like that, and they'll say, and then be a door with a glass window in it. I don't know what I'm talking about. And see somebody on the other side of the door, and they caught an apparition. They can clearly see it's a wee woman holding a torch. Do you know what I mean? Cheers, everybody.
I hear you, definitely. Okay, paranormal pet peeve definitely would be people posting pictures and not showing a before or after picture and immediately circling the area that they want you to see without you actually looking at the picture first. I hate it when people circle the area and go, here, it's right here. And I'm like,
There you go.
dude, my eye went there because you circled it. That's one of my big pet peeves. Just show the picture, then see what people say. Back and forth, and then you guys have all heard this. I like having a picture, and a picture, so that way I can see a series. I'm like, okay, but when you show me a picture and you circle something on said picture, my eye is going to the circle. It's not going to look at the rest of the picture anymore.
Oh, it's annoying.
I hate that.
I mean, we've got some stuff in the past that we can't explain. But put down, we can't explain it. Don't put down. See when they say it's paranormal. I'm tempted to. I nearly swore there. I nearly lost it.
The only time I've ever circled anything is after it's been out for a while, and people are saying I still don't see it. So then I'll probably bring it to the attention. But it's not. I never ever circle something first. There are people out there that will do a photograph and circle something, knowing full well there's nothing paranormal in it, but then claim that there is with that circle.
Well, that's put up. I don't know, a couple of months ago. Rigger will tell me about it. I think it was a couple of months ago. And it was a door and there was a window.
Also the people that fake
And there was something thing.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
This is
There are phone apps. There are phone apps that you can take a picture and you can slide stuff into the phone and to make it look like it's a ghost. You can put in whisk, you can put in orbs, you can put in old pictures and manipulate it and then go, hey, look, I caught something. And then people go, oh my God, what a great capture, without realizing that it's an app. They just totally faked you with an app.
Yeah.
What did you
The people talking to dead celebrities.
Oh,
That's what I thought you were going to say.
now some people might go in a huff because of this. Who knows? They might be a bit huffy. They might not go in a huff. Who knows? But we're not naming anybody up. But that orange, that
Tangerine.
that tangerine, your end of my point to say, Jennifer. Everybody was, Queen Elizabeth, she passed away in the next day. She's in Ohio. I just swore that.
You did?
Ohio or something.
Yeah.
Elvis, Michael Jackson, Lisa Marie, you name them.
I know.
Matthew Perry.
There are a lot of people that do this, and it is considered taboo, at least in most legit paranormal teams. That it's very big taboo to do that. So, but I guess people want it, so that's why they like it.
That's somebody accident a few months back as well. He claimed it contacted her. All these spirits must have the same address book.
I don't know how they have the address book. I'm like, that's great.
What?
He said all these CUNDs must have his address book.
Spirits. How does spirits sound like see you next Tuesday?
Yeah.
But that I say that tops my peeves. That idiot, as I say, who could go in a huff, but who cares?
Right. That is so true.
This individual, shall we say, is meant to have an army of lawyers. Well, he's in America. We're in Scotland, so best of luck with that one. Do you know what I mean?
I never understood that either. I'm like, what the heck are that? Yeah.
Imagine.
There's not one. There are several that do this. There are several of them out there.
I've seen a few on TikTok, but he seems to be the worst. And I'd love to bring him on the show and rip him a new one. Seriously. You know what I mean?
Anyway, maybe we should go into something more happy as we go into this negative lot. Oh my gosh.
One of the things I've seen in the paranormal this year, and I think I mentioned this to GSI or somebody, but it's when you see teams out and they hear a noise and they go and hide behind a wall or something.
Oh,
You know, as if the spirit can't see them. I'm behind this. Never see me. You know, shut that door. Never going to see me. I found that quite funny. That's my rant over.
okay. Let's change this around. So we went to the pet peeves. What was the one good thing, whether it's paranormal or not, that happened this year?
I got a new house.
New house. I get more cleaning stuff.
You got a new cleaning cupboard this year.
No, apart from getting a new house, I would say
Your carport.
I get my carport. When I met, I can't remember the guy's name. That's James Thingy. Oh, bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. James Cosmo from Braveheart. Remember? Remember Hamish in Braveheart?
Yeah.
The guy that played Hamish's father.
Hmm.
You don't remember? I'm talk amongst yourselves. I'm looking up the footage just now.
James Cosmo.
You can still talk.
I try to think 'cause it's actually been a rubbish year, as you well know, for my family. So, I was Craig. So it's quite a one, but I think the fact that
I got a new house. It's closer to you.
see that is literally 2 minutes from my front door, so apparently that's the best thing that's happened this year. I'm grateful, I think, for the fact that although everything's went kind of up with the family, things are looking good. So I'm going to things are looking really, really good for this person. So yeah, I'm going to say that it's a positive thing. Yeah.
There's a photo here.
James Cosmo.
Yeah. Was that this?
Aye, that was it.
The one good thing for me is I've reconnected with my sister. So
That's good.
we were always had back and forth, but this I want to say this past few months we've really reconnected, and that's been a really great thing for this year. So, yay! Ouch! I just kicked my.
We reconnect with somebody, especially family. You know what I mean? My family are all arses, so I don't reconnect with any of them. It is good when that happens on that.
Oh yeah, definitely. When someone asks another spirit to do something and then they run, that happens a lot, especially on TV shows.
I do that.
Yeah, but they do it more on TV shows than anything. It's just an effect. It's all it is. It's just an effect.
It's always amazed me how they'll go investigating and the noise and all run out the door. Well, why are they in the first place?
I don't know.
That's like catching a fish. And chucking it. Why are you running away?
You guys ready to change a little bit? Topic a little bit.
They're the worst for it.
I can't.
Chicken legs.
It's the only time that you will see me run, or at least hobble, obviously because I can't run. It's the only time you will see me relatively move quick.
Although, we'll go on investigation at a graveyard and they'll say, oh, it's creepy in here. Graveyard and it's dark. What do you expect?
Nice.
It's not like
obvious.
Anyway, that's my answer again.
No. All right, guys. I was talking with Scott earlier before this all started, and I had this idea of there are certain traditions that we do here in America, and I'm kind of curious if you all do the same traditions. So let's find out. Yule logs. Do you do any form of Yule log?
Is that the chocolate thing?
That's a choice. We get that.
As in the one you either burn or you put on the TV screen and it's burning in a Yule log. Not the chocolate one.
Not really, no.
Speak for everyone in the UK, but we don't personally light walls on fire inside our living room. That's dangerous.
I mean, there are a few people here in America that actually do the Yule log. Some of them won't because they don't have a fireplace, so they actually put it on the TV, and it's like a video of a fireplace burning, and it's called the Yule log, whatever. So it's a tradition. Maybe not the biggest tradition.
I think there's people that do it.
We have
It's a popular background mostly versus burning an actual Yule log, which is what people used to do.
We do the Yule log, but it's usually for Asda or Tesco or supermarket.
Usually a chocolate cake.
Oh no, trust me, I love the chocolate Yule log cake. Oh my god, it makes me fat.
Well,
So good. It's on the pounds. All right, here's another one. I don't even know if you've heard of it. Have you ever heard of the Christmas pickle?
No.
The what?
What?
I'm not joking. There's a Christmas pickle where people would, it's an ornament of a pickle, and it would hide it on the tree, and whoever found it gets an extra present on Christmas.
An actual pickle?
Hopefully not. It's just an ornament. I mean, my mom has one. We did it for a few years growing up. The pickle.
Can you actually eat it?
No, it's an ornament, glass ornament usually.
Oh, right, well, that makes sense now.
No. You can Google it. You can Google it. It's called the Christmas pickle.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got a vision in my head now, and it's not good. It's just
The other screen.
It actually goes. The idea came from other countries that were hiding things in the tree for the kids. I don't really remember how the Christmas pickle got started, but there are many families here in the United States that still hide the pickle on the tree.
that sounds a little bit like me. I mean, there's a country in
There you go.
Europe.
That's the Christmas pickle.
Yeah.
So no, you don't have anything similar. No. Okay.
There's a country in Europe that has a thing called the crapper, which is basically just what it is. And I can't remember what country it is, but the crapper is like a model of somebody doing a crap. And it's placed within the nativity. It's placed within the nativity scene at the back.
No.
And I wish I could remember what country it is, because they have sort of like got ones of Donald Trump and
I'm
ones
sure they have lots of different political factions doing that.
I've never heard
but
of it.
it's ones of Donald Trump, ones of the Queen. It's
Chocolate Scotch.
But yeah, no, hiding the Christmas pickle, it's definitely a United States thing.
We've actually lucky this year. The cats though have been in the tree.
Okay, my cats aren't even allowed in my tree. They get in trouble. We have a fake tree, and they try to eat it. They actually ate the lights. We had lights at the bottom, so we had to remove all the lights because they ate through the wires last year. So there's no lights on the bottom of my tree. Oh my god, that's cute! I like that. That's cute.
Over here we've got Aldi, right? And Aldi's motto thing is Kevin the carrot. So this is Katie the carrot.
That's cute. I like that.
So we don't put a pickle on our tree, we put a carrot.
Two carrots. No, I like that.
We're dressed.
It's cute. It's squishy.
Actually, sweet. You get massive ones. You get like 6 foot ones.
Oh Lord.
You get
All right. So another thing that happens here in America, whether it's during Thanksgiving or Christmas, there's usually a marathon of the same movie playing over and over and over again. 2 movies that people tend to play over and over again, whether they watch it on TV or they play it in their house. Home Alone, the first one, or A Christmas Story.
Definitely Home Alone.
Definitely Home Alone.
In this house, it's Home Alone and The Grinch. The Grinch is.
There's something but do you watch it like after it's finished? Do you replay it?
Yeah.
No.
So
no.
Here in America, some certain TV channels will play either Home Alone over and over and over again. And the more popular one is A Christmas Story, of which they do play, no matter what, over and over and over again
Well,
on TV.
we
That's all
give
they'll
it-
play.
there's a channel for Christmas films,
Mhm.
and that's about sort of films that's on it. But I would say it's The Grinch and Home Alone.
Which version of the Grinch?
The TV one,
Not the original?
the Jim Carrey one.
I know, but the original has Thurl Ravencloud who doing the voice did the song for You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
Mhm.
I totally butchered his name. May he rest in peace. Sorry that I butchered his name. Point is, I love his voice. So when he did the song "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch,"
Is it not
You're a
Bella?
Mean One,
Is it not
Love
Bella
it.
Lugosi? I think.
no, he actually
It's
he
not Bella
did,
Lugosi.
but he
I'm
didn't
trying
sing
to
the
think.
song. It was Thurl Raven. Now I'm going to butcher his name again. He did He did the song, but you're right. The other gentleman,
I think it was Boris Karloff.
he did the narration.
Yeah.
He narrated it, but the person who did the song was the same guy that did the voice for Tony the Tiger and did the voices for Grim Grinning Ghosts for Disneyland's Haunted Mansion.
Mhm.
So
I'm totally lost.
just look him up. No, Jim Carrey's good. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good one.
I've now got that song in my head, and it's just.
Which one?
It's not basically You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. It's known over here, but it's not exactly like a Christmas staple type of thing.
It's an awesome song. It was, and that one was written by the same gentleman that did the song for Fame.
Hmm.
Okay, I know way too much trivia. This is ridiculous.
What were you going to say there?
I had no idea what he was saying, but you know,
That's your husband.
I know that's what he
That's
was.
Craig. That's your husband. You're married to.
Maybe that's why she's there and he's over there.
You forget. No, it's
It's not quite the same.
in a pod like that.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, she came out.
Another Christmas classic, I think, is National Lampoons.
That one's a
Yeah.
huge one, especially with like my dad loves it. He can't get enough of it. My husband loves it. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's awesome.
My favorite is the Muppet Christmas Carol.
That's
That's
a good one.
basically with Paul Williams' songs. It's just absolutely brilliant.
That's with Michael Caine, right? I think.
Yeah, Michael Caine singing in it is
Yeah, and in an
just to be
interview,
witnessed, to be believed.
How old is he?
right, and in an interview, he was asked if he treated them like Muppets or if he treated them, and he says, "No, I treated those Muppets as if they were actors."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
What a time.
he
Why-
played it completely straight. You know,
hmm
One
But-
Christmas film that sticks out above all the rest of them, I think, is It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh,
I knew you were going to say
That is
that.
such a classic.
I do like
Wonderful Life's a good one. I love the original Miracle on 34th Street. It's one of my favorites.
Mhm.
Sarah,
Natalie
With Natalie Wood.
I've told Sarah about It's a Wonderful Life, but she's never ever seen it. She has to watch
yeah,
it.
it's nice.
I'm too.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm also a sucker for those Lifetime movies that, on the TV. There's a thing, Lifetime movies or Hallmark movies. I'm a sucker for those. Some of them are really cute.
Oh, the Lovey Duck one.
There's one called The Spirit of Christmas, and it deals with a guy who's dead. He's trapped, and he comes around during Christmas time. So, and they're trying to. It's just really cute. You have to Google up The Spirit of Christmas. It's a love story with a ghost in it. It's really, I find it cute. It's cute. It's not bad. It's really cute. It has a happy ending. It has a happy ending.
George Bailey, that's his name. I was
Yeah.
trying to, and It's a Wonderful Life, George Bailey. And I like the comedy ones, like Deck the Halls, Trapped in Paradise as well. Don't know if you've ever seen that with Nicolas Cage. Trapped in Paradise was really good. The thingy ones, what's it called? I'll come back to me. Santa Claus. The Santa Claus movies.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, you have the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen. You have the original, the Santa Claus movie, which had nothing to do with Tim Allen at all.
Dudley Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John Lithgow.
The Tim Allen ones were good, I thought.
Right.
Saying
Yeah,
it's
those are definitely popular.
is the Polar Express.
It's not my favourite.
Oh my gosh, the Polar Express.
It is not.
That was my son's favorite for the longest time.
Oh, we watch it every year because it's a tradition. When I was young, and my sister was born.
We went on a train, and they brought out all the old trains, and they did their own version of the Polar Express. It was so cute. We went in pajamas. We all got a bell at the end. It was so cute. I still have my bell.
What's your favourite?
I don't have a favourite. I watch what he makes me watch.
I done it, but it was more.
Watch Gremlins. Gremlins is a Christmas movie. There you go.
Who the TV in your house? I want to hear more.
Definitely Craig.
Should they know
She's not a TV person, really.
Who rules the TV now? Darling.
That's his kind of.
Is it not? Until 11 o'clock at night, that TV is mine.
I was going to say that honestly, this is 90-10. And I'm here far too often. I should not know these things.
Could you shush?
No, I'll not shush.
He's trying to.
Well, no one's going to shush anyone today. Not at all. They're going to be, oh, you shush, and you all do that shush. Don't go that way. Don't even be so
TV
nice.
is until 11 p.m.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. A tradition that a pretty good majority of Americans like to do, at least in the United States, I should say, is mailing holiday cards. Not just Christmas cards, but holiday cards. As in, they'll send out things for Hanukkah, Rwanda. I totally butchered that. I apologize. Kwanzaa, Christmas, Yule. I forgot the other ones, but anyway, they send out lots of them to family and to other people, and they send them to their coworkers. And they're holiday cards. It used to be just sending out Christmas cards, but now it's holiday cards.
No, we don't do that.
Don't do that either, no.
Lots of holiday cards. No?
Yeah.
In Glasgow, used to be years ago, you would give a card to all your neighbours,
Yeah.
But, not the whole town, just maybe between 10 and 12 houses, and you sit and write all the cards, you're doing your work as well, which I found very boring, you to write everybody, to John, to Nigel, to Sid, to blah, 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 and them all. But that's kind of died away now.
Yes.
I used to do the cards. I just haven't done it recently, and I'd put in a little letter of, "Hey, this is what we did this year," and but I haven't done that in forever.
Your family does that, Craig, didn't they?
Yeah, my family's over in America still send over those great big sort of like letters about detailing every single thing that they've been up to during the year.
There's a lot of people that do that. A lot of people. My husband John has an uncle that still does that. Every year. He does that every year.
I don't mind it, except if I'm in touch with the family on Facebook, in which case I'm just like, why are you writing me this letter? I've seen what's happened to you over the year.
That's awesome.
And it's never like a personal letter. It's always sort of like a printed one.
Right, because it goes out to the masses. It's going to you, it's going to your neighbors. It's gonna go. Oh yeah, trust me, I know. You can. When you read it, you're like, that's not addressing me. That must be addressing somebody else in the family because I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, it happens a lot. But yeah, Christmas cards go out a lot, and guess what? A lot of them get lost in the post. But yeah, it happens.
No, we traditions here. Well, there is. Everybody has their own kind of tradition at Christmas. We don't really have any.
No, we don't really have a countrywide tradition.
Not that we can think of.
Oh.
No, unless we're just, in the backwoods and
Let's Google it.
no heard anything.
Let's go.
My girls decided to say hello. This is Pineapple. Say Pineapple.
The last meals.
Pineapple. Bye, Pineapple.
Tradition.
That was Pineapple in Maui.
When I was a kid, and even when I grew up, we had a tradition. There's a place in Glasgow called the Barras, Barras. It's a big open market kind of thing. And it's open every Saturday, Sunday, but Christmas Eve it's open till midnight. And when I was a kid, my mum and dad always took us to the Barras on Christmas Eve. And you get hot sugary donuts and the smell of coffee and chips and stuff, fried I should say. And the closer it got to midnight, the cheaper everything became. So you'd be in the Barras till 11:30, 11:45 Christmas Eve, and then it was but it was just the whole atmosphere, the place. And back then you used to see, you were guaranteed snow every year. And so you were there and it'd be snowing and the place would be absolutely mobbed. But then the Barras kind of died a death. But it's coming back to life now. So last year we went, but we couldn't get parked and we're going again this year as well. That was one tradition that we did every year, to go to the Barras.
Google says pantomimes and Yorkshire puddings.
Pantomimes. I love pantomime stuff. Sorry. That makes me weird because not many people in America know what pantomiming is. I love it. Sorry.
That's a good over here.
Yep. Pantomimes, Yorkshire puddings.
And I used to basically... Pantomimes were my Christmas for 12 years when I worked at the theatre. That was my Christmas. 2 shows a day, 7 days a week. It was
awesome. I didn't know anything about it until my grandmother, my Nana. She's from Manchester, and that's when I learned about it.
Happy one for you, Jennifer. It's for New Year. It's not for Christmas.
I know.
Do you do first footing?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you do first footing?
Sorry, I'm having issue. I don't know about your end, but my end it keeps going in. Audio's going in and out.
Do you do first footing at New Year?
Okay, I caught part of that. First what?
Footing.
I don't know what that is.
So they don't do it.
What? It sounded like first footing. I'm like, what the heck is that?
That's not first foot. They call it first footing or first foot. Basically, what it means is, at midnight New Year's Eve, it's the start of the new year. So
the Orthodox do that. Sorry, my husband was raised Orthodox, and that's what they would do every year at the beginning. They would whoever was first, whatever. Yeah, but no, we don't do. I do not do that. I'm
tradition.
No, wait, we do something opposite. We actually open the door to let the old stuff out and welcome new stuff in. At midnight, we'll go, okay, old stuff out. Okay, good new stuff come in.
We done that last year.
Did we?
Yeah, me and Tayami were standing at the door.
And you opened it?
If we opened the door just as the thing went.
The bells. Another tradition used to be years and years ago in Glasgow, and it's really sad because it doesn't happen now, but on the Clyde, you would get all the tugboats would gather on the Clyde, and at midnight they would all sound their horns, and you could hear it for literally miles. Where I lived, I was maybe a good 2-3 mile away to the actual River Clyde itself. And if you opened the door, you could hear the horns on the Clyde. That went on for many, many years, but then that stopped as well. You know, it's changed a lot over here.
Yeah.
Especially New Year wise, or Hogmanay, we call it.
I think that's because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
No, even before COVID,
Even before that.
it's more commercialised now.
Yeah.
Because the pub is like 3 o'clock. And
Interesting.
Years ago, you did Hogmanay, New Year's Eve, in your house. You went to the pub before it, but you were always home, long before the bells.
Yeah.
But these days, everybody's in pubs and nightclubs and stuff. At the bells. It's what they choose to do. It's their choice. But the kind of tradition is kind of went out the window. And it's all kind of modernised. Same as Christmas. Christmas is for the kids. We love Christmas. But it's not the same as it was years and years ago.
No, it's definitely different. Even when I was a kid, it's way different.
It's all technology and money and who can get their kid the most expensive gadget or pair of or whatever. But you get what you get at Christmas. You make Christmas what it's all about. Best you can. So was that any more for us though?
Oh, there's lots of stuff. I have lots. We're going to keep going. Counting down to Christmas with an advent calendar.
I do that.
Yep. I have a mine's advent calendar is a snowman, and you move the gingerbread down every single day. When I was little, I used to have the doors that would open and have a little surprise. But yeah.
Here's a chocolate. We do them. We have
we didn't do the chocolate thing. We just had the one that had the surprise picture on the inside.
Oh no, we've got chocolate.
Some have it.
They have the chocolate ones, and they actually have ones with little toys too. But did not grow up having or doing those.
Nowadays you get beauty.
I was just going to say that they're all quite fancy these days. Well, over here you get this with £20-30 for an advent calendar.
They used to be with chocolate. That was in the 1950s. In the 1950s to 60s is when they started putting chocolate in the advent calendar.
I know.
So it's a relatively new thing to have candy in an advent calendar.
Some advent calendars when I was a kid, it was a mixture. There was toys and chocolate in them, and it was just your luck. What one you got. And I'm not used to rip them all open.
You did.
And then another one.
Another tradition here that we do, at least I still see a lot of people doing it, and we actually had a huge competition dealing with this. The building of gingerbread houses.
I would do that one.
Yeah, we have people that build them.
That's starting to come over here, I think.
And I'm trying to remember. And the last, when was it? Where was it? I don't remember what state it was in. But they had a huge gingerbread house competition, and they had stuff that was like really, really tall, and they had stuff that was really tiny. It was, oh my gosh.
I like all the problems where you see the American, like you see New York. You see in Home Alone too. New York and the Rockefeller Center.
Yes, it's Rockefeller Center. I've never been to New York, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
With the big tree, and the other thing I like is I don't know, you call them Winterfest or something. You get these small towns. Like, see, Deck the Halls. Remember they had a Winter Festival? I'd love to do one.
There's some places that still do winter festivals. Our town really doesn't do a winter festival, but we do. We have a lot of markets that happen and pop up to sell stuff.
We get a market in I think it's a Christmas market and all the kind of in the UK, but I'd love to go to a Winterfest.
I will say there are a few in our bigger cities. Like there's one at at the Portland Zoo. They have a huge thing going on there. There's stuff that happens in Salem and Eugene. In California, there's Winterfest down south near San Diego, LA, San Francisco as well. Sacramento sort of has one, but yeah, the bigger cities have Winterfest. A lot of the smaller towns do not. Yeah, so there's a lot of traveling involved.
I just miss the snow at Christmas. I miss it.
All right. Do you guys do the Secret Santa?
Oh yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, we do as well.
Another planet.
Now, do you do the Secret Santa nicely, or do you do the Secret Santa as a white elephant?
I think it depends. Last week when I was working, some of the Secret Santa gifts were quite risky.
All right. Here's another question: do you play a Secret Santa? Oh, you guys just choose and give, or do you? Everyone brings a gift, and then you have a chance of stealing said item.
Sounds fun.
No, we don't get
It's another version of Secret Santa. But polar plunge. Yep, I haven't quite got to that yet. That is something that is a tradition as well. The polar plunge.
I think it is. I probably wrong. Is that when you go swimming in rivers and seas and stuff?
It's not that you go swimming. The idea is to jump in, you get nice and cold, and you come out.
My mother does that, Jenny. She loves it. She says it's absolutely fantastic for her mental health.
Does she?
That's all the time.
Crazy woman.
It's supposed to be invigorating.
Yeah.
It's supposed to help you live longer.
A lot of people kind of do that at New Year's in Scotland. They go up and they basically they sort of like run into the sea and then come back out. So it's much more in like a New Year's Day type thing in Scotland.
I think you're right. I think it happens between somewhere in time in December and then goes all the way through New Year's, definitely. Because our local pool is an indoor pool, but they're supposed to be turning down the temperature of the pool for the annual polar plunge.
Oh, wow.
No, I'll keep my ass out the water.
There are people that go to the rivers and do the plunge. There are people that go to the ocean and do the plunge. Yeah.
Nikki,
they do. I've done it once. I'm never doing it ever again. It's too cold.
Nikki Scotland for Lost Souls Park. She does it quite a bit. She puts up photos like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm off for a swim in the river. Robin Keane, the singer we had on, I know she does it as well. And as Craig was saying, they do it every year in Scotland. I know they do it the 5th or 4th. I think they do it in other places as well, but I know they do it at Queensferry. They all run into the sea. No, keep that one. No, I'll sit in the car and watch them. No problem. You know. That's what
Mallie's hearing us and she wants to know what's going on. So Mallie keeps coming over here going, I hear people. Who are you talking to?
Maybe you use that. Consider it.
I think
I would do it at least once.
Look at you when you went to Loch Lomond.
Oh, that's true.
We went to Loch Lomond during the summer. I can't remember July. It was nice and warm. It was quite a nice day.
It was lovely.
And we decided to go in to the water, as you do. And Sunday, and I'm going to do an impersonation here. You might not get it, I don't know, but try. You know, oh, it's cold. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, I'm going to die. It's too cold. Any guesses?
It's cold, okay?
Because I fell ass first then.
You did.
Sounds like my wife. It sounds like my wife.
And this is the one that sits there and says she would run into the sea.
I don't have to see it, but I couldn't bother.
You maybe run to the sea and turn about and come back. Actually end on the water. Well, you're the one that says to say I had date. I didn't get to walk over it.
It was cold.
I was the sea. Was the sea heated?
Maybe. They find them on a night. We'll take people.
We do the plunge in the river air.
I just to do that. There you go.
And then drive away.
I know we can do that.
That is an idea.
Pineapple, stop.
What other strange things do you do?
Oh, I'm almost done with the list. I promise. Okay, I know that most do decorate your house with lights and extravaganzas, right? Now, after doing so, do you stroll or go to your neighborhood or have a neighborhood that is dedicated for light viewing?
Yes.
We do.
Do we?
Yeah, there's one in East Kilbride.
It's usually called, they usually nickname it Christmas Tree Lane, Candy Cane Lane, Santa Claus Lane, and it's all decorated because every house is like lit up.
Aye, it's one. Aye, there is.
It's no East Kilbride, but
No,
it's that other posh place.
Newt Mills.
Newt Mills, there's a cul-de-sac in Newt Mills. Every house is a different theme of Christmas lights.
No, I've never heard of that, to be honest.
Obviously, Sarah knows what I'm talking about.
On Facebook.
we do have quite a few that do this. They'll have houses that have passed down their decorations over the years to continue decorating every Christmas.
Right.
And they will have people will come in the carloads and they'll park their cars and they'll walk the streets just to view everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Here's one. Like, you get your Christmas tree, right? It's up for the Christmas season, what have you. After the Christmas season, a lot of people take them down, which is fine.
I know where he's going with this.
Take the tree down. Different people have different. Some people, I've heard of people taking it down on Christmas after, Christmas night or Boxing Day kind of thing. But have you ever heard of somebody keeping a tree up all year round and turning it into a Valentine's tree?
The lady I work with does that.
See, it's a thing. We told you.
It's a worldwide.
Can you believe it, Jennifer? This is a thing.
I work with her. She's the teacher I work with. She does change the tree out, and she does. They do decorations. They have Valentine's, Halloween. They do the tree for our 4th of July. Different holidays. So yes, she does and has not this year because they've been out of the house a lot. But in the past, they have done the tree all year, and they redecorate it in whatever theme is for that month.
So here's another one.
No, my Christmas tree only stays up until New Year's. After New Year's, it comes down.
Sorry.
Only because of Yule. Because the Yule celebration is traditionally from about the 20th until like the 2nd of January, where people would celebrate the coming of winter. So trees were decorated with candles and all kinds of garland, and the trees weren't undecorated until after they've already welcomed in winter. So I traditionally keep my tree up until after the 1st of the year.
Right. You guys have Boxing Day?
No, we do not have Boxing Day. Canada does.
Canada does.
Canada does. We do not.
You know the origins of Boxing Day?
No.
You know what
You've got to tell us.
I'm going to tell you why it's called, but you know why it's called.
You brought it up. You bring it. You do it.
It stems back to around about the 1800s, and all the well-to-do families, the day after Christmas, they would give their staff the day off, and they would gather up whatever was left over from Christmas Day, food-wise, and they would stick other weekend of gifts in, and they put them all.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking this happens every
I think
time.
she's lost it.
No, that's lost it.
So they would,
She's lost it.
shush. That's funny. So the day after Christmas, they would give their staff the day off and give them what was ever left from the previous day, basically in a box. So they called it Boxing Day.
Right.
It's a tradition that's just, I don't think people obviously don't still do it, but the name stuck,
I mean, I'm sure there are some people here in the United States that do it in some sort of way, but no, we don't actually have a Boxing Day because I think it's more of a collect food and give it to the homeless and stuff. We do a lot of that.
Yeah, like you said, you said.
No, I'm not saying it out loud.
Sarah thought it was called
I
Boxing
think the
Day.
Boxing Day is an awesome idea, honestly, but you know.
Sarah thought it was called Boxing Day because people go shopping.
Boxes?
And they come home with lots of boxes.
That's
I mean,
better than what. Oh, it's better than what some kids here in the United States think it is.
what do they think it is?
Boxing.
Oh, wow.
There are some people that, I've spoken to people over the years that, that's where they thought the name came to because, boxing
me too.
after.
Well, I blame TV. TV used to have all New Year's, up to New Year's Day, all these boxing matches. So I wonder why little kids thought it was all,
That's well in the UK that originates with the kind of rich people giving their staff a day.
I think that is awesome. I wish it was a tradition here. That would be awesome.
But
Right.
things have all changed then,
Yeah.
But bless you.
What else to do with Boxing Day sale?
No, it's not the Boxing Day sale.
All right. Here we have usually our town. It had it actually. Majority of our towns or cities have what they call a tree lighting ceremony. They'll have a tree that's dedicated as the main tree for the town, and it gets decorated. And then they have a Christmas parade, and right at the end of the Christmas parade, they usually have Santa Claus that comes, and then they have the mayor or somebody comes and lights and goes, and they plug in the tree and lights it up for Christmas.
Aye, we do that.
Something like that, yeah.
It's not like it has been celebrated, but
Right. Somebody that was famous about 20 years ago, like the people that put in the jungle. Somebody was famous maybe 20 years ago, and so they'll pronounce their name, but nobody's got a clue who it is. And they build it up, and it lasts about 5 seconds. Excuse me, and that's it. We have a better time putting our own tree on, to be honest with you. Because they advertise the big switch on, spectacular,
no, it's an extravaganza.
Sorry, extravaganza, come and see it, it'll be amazing, and somebody blah blah blah, what's going to be there, and you think,
wow. It's more of a whole, hey, it's the first weekend of the month, we're having our Christmas lighting ceremony. That's what happens.
It was in November last year.
Then you get there and it's crappy. You get this ex-celeb bumping on the stage, it looks like a monkey. Basically,
I remember a long time when I was working at a theatre in the local theatre. We had basically the staff. We had the officers in there, and they had a Christmas tree in the office. It was like a little tiny thing. And we used to have a tradition of the pantomime star, whoever was starting in the pantomime, coming and switching on the office Christmas tree. Basically, this little tiny thing with and they used to make a big thing out of it. And there was this little tiny tree in the corner, the thing, and they would switch on the sort of like the theatre's annual.
I love that.
And there would be mince pies and things around the office. It was just, it was brilliant. Whoever the big TV star that was in the pantomime would come and switch on the office.
I love that. That is so cool.
Who's that national?
I mean, to me, obviously I'm a Glaswegian, so to me the best thing about kind of Christmas is
the discounts.
I'm not Glaswegian tight-fisted, but no, I wasn't going to say that discounts.
You're coming from a lot.
Well, I have 3 more traditions to go. 3 more.
To me, the best thing. Well, you finish yours first, because Laura.
I got 3 more to go. 3 more. Picking out your Christmas tree, whether it's a real Christmas tree or a fake Christmas tree, picking out the right Christmas tree is a huge tradition.
We do that. We go to B&M. And that's it.
It usually takes hours. Even people who pick out the fake Christmas tree, they usually take hours because they go from store to store to store looking for the right fake Christmas tree. And then the people who go get the real one spend hours in the forest looking for the right one to cut down.
No. It's
We,
crazy.
And they need hours. Yeah.
Somehow I can't imagine me and Laura doing that. That's
For it's a couple hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours. It depends on whether you go to a Christmas tree lot and you go, well, I can't find that tree there. I go to another tree lot, or you go to the forest to cut it down, or you go to the stores to find the right fake Christmas tree. It's like a big deal.
No, we
go to B&M and find the cheapest one.
go to find the cheapest tree. That's it. Job done. Home takes 5 minutes. That's it. You know, there's no. But we'll
Right.
get blah blah.
Right. No, I totally get it. I mean, there's a thing here. A part of the Christmas tree is to find. We even have the more, I guess you could say, the ugliest Christmas tree that you can find. They have those as well. So anything that's Christmassy takes, at least if it's a tree involved, it takes anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to find the perfect tree.
That's crazy.
That's no.
Luckily for me, I go, that's it. Let's go.
It's a tree. You're going to cover it in stuff.
Right.
You know, I really don't see the attraction.
People, I think here it's more of a whole, oh, but it's tilted, or oh, that doesn't light up quite right, or that's too skinny. Yeah.
I think Laura and I have had the same Christmas tree for the last 5 or 6 years, I think.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
why?
our Christmas tree is from last year. So,
We're getting into the same now.
and it took me,
Yeah, it's a bit.
15 minutes to figure it out.
Leaning Tower of Christmas trees.
It's a Leaning Tower of Christmas tree. I like it.
So another tradition is the baking of Christmas cookies and biscuits, as in all month long.
No,
No,
can't bake.
no.
No.
I baked 5 different baked goods this year.
Can't bake.
No.
I had Yule biscuits, I had creamed and mint brownies, I had spritz cookies, I had another type of biscuity cookie with lemon dippy stuff, and then I had thumbprints. And guess what? They all go out. They're going out to my family. They're going out to my neighbors, to the people I work with, and then whatever's left over, we eat at home.
Sounds delicious. No.
Nice.
Send some over here. Send some over here.
I'd have to be able to find a way to send it over there. I would in a heartbeat. Because I love baking. Well, what?
If I was to bake something, I think I'd send it to somebody I didn't like.
Aye.
Basically, we don't bake. We don't bake. We buy.
Oh my gosh, does that mean within the next 2 years when I finally come over, I'm going to have to bake you guys and do all that, huh?
Yes. I have an open plan kitchen now, so
So the kitchen's all planned, so we've got a big fancy oven, so you know, feel free.
Oh, definitely. As I said, it's within 2 years. That's our plan. Okay. So, huh?
Have you looked into a passport yet?
Yeah, I just have to work on the money.
Yeah.
Right. That's as long as you started doing that time.
Oh no, starting to save. That's like the huge thing. Because you gotta save for money and you gotta make sure and plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't date. Simple as that.
All right, and then one of the biggest traditions, at least in the past, I forgot how many years, and I'm actually wearing one today, is having ugly sweater days. Ugly sweater. So, and you usually wear them on your last day of work before you have a break, or the last day of the year, or you have it at the Christmas party. Yeah, ugly sweaters or jumpers as you call them, definitely a huge thing.
Yeah.
So this one's more of a cardigan because it buttons, but
I think Kate's been wearing his all year, to be fair.
I think he has to be honest.
Aye, hasn't he?
I love mine. It's comfy.
oh, this one's pretty comfy. I do have another one it's okay. It's a little too much. But yeah, they're popular. Ugly sweater parties, ugly sweater contests, ugly sweater in stores. You can go to chain stores and buy all these ugly sweaters. They're popular, very, very popular.
Wow.
Oh, you do. You get them over here, but we don't bother. We're more kind of like Christmas pajama people.
Aye. Yeah. That's a big
We leave that for the kids. That's
Speaking
usually
of, I think
the pajama thing.
My mum's got this thing, right? Every Christmas Eve, she buys me and my sister matching Christmas pajamas. And it is the most cringiest tradition. I absolutely hate it. I put the pajamas on to think with my mum. But oh man, no, I can't deal with it.
Do you know that I get those jammies? After
She gets them like 2 days later.
No. All the jammies, all of that it's usually reserved for the kids.
Nope.
There are a few families that will do the matching pajama theme.
Yeah.
And it makes me cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we done that last year, but the lasted like an hour, and then we were like, nope, this is too cringe.
No, we were that family for an hour.
Oh, your tartan pajamas.
The only time I've ever worn the same item with all my friends is when we went to Disneyland, and we all wore a shirt that had it said 2017 on the back because that was the year we went, and then we all wore the Incredible symbol on the front, and that's the only time I've ever matched with anyone.
We also done the cringy family on holiday and got the matching dresses. Me and Kyami had matching dresses, Scott had the matching shirt. We walked around Tesco with them on, and folk were looking at us and we were like, that family. The wee slag market we have turned into them. So needless to say, they would get put in the bin.
I think if it'd been me, and I'd seen a family like that, then I'd be, kind of slagging them off. So, but we were that family for about an hour in the supermarket. We thought, not bin. It's not happening. We're not talking.
Yeah, those are pretty much some of the traditions here. It looks like we do have a lot of similar traditions. There are so many traditions. I mean, our schools, they do a spirit week before on the last week of school before they have break. But as I said, we have some really odd traditions. Like, the Christmas pickle, definitely an odd tradition.
I think I'll stick to my Christmas carrot.
Yeah.
I love that idea. I really do.
Here, yes, you can get back to the paranormal for a minute. I don't know if I asked you. Do you think that intelligent spirit realizes when it's Christmas?
Yeah, I do.
And they maybe, this is going to sound stupid, but I get these random questions in my head every now and again.
Go for it.
That they kind of celebrate it in their own way.
Yeah.
It depends on when they were last alive, or whether or not they actually know that they're dead. I'm sure that those who
if they realize that they're passed on.
If they have, I would say it just depends. I have, at least with my investigations, I have had, we've talked about holidays with spirits, and some of them, it seems like they don't care. They either celebrate their own stuff, or they go, oh, that's what we do this year. Okay, we'll do what they're doing. I don't think anyone really has I don't think they really have a preference anymore. Not really. It's like, okay, it's here, and they're either going to be quiet, which does happen a lot. They go, oh, this time of year, we're just going to be quiet, and we don't care that it's Christmas. And then we have those that do care it's Christmas, and then they tend to bring forth whatever they remember from when they were alive.
Yeah.
Would you think? Great, going by the way.
Great, yeah, I've been trying to get rid of him for 13 years.
I think that it's possible that they do celebrate it their own way.
I think they must kind of realise something's kind of special's happening. Yeah, but obviously we're not there. We don't know what though, or why they know. So yeah, I think they do. Yeah, they must have the capacity to know. Yeah, why not?
I was just wondering, do you think they're
It's not a bad question. It's actually something that some people and some investigators ask, especially during this time of year, because at least in our area, it's like the paranormal activities, so to speak, they're still around, but they're not as potent. They're kind of laid back and they're like, okay, whatever. It's like, okay, we're coming on to Christmas. They're somber. It's really weird how they become so somber.
See, I've spoke to. I've always wondered that. What was that?
And now we have an issue. I don't know. You guys are all frozen. It looks frozen on my side.
You're fine on ours.
You're fine here. You're a wee bit fuzzy, but you're getting in and out. No, you're back.
That was interesting.
I've spoken to a few people, and they always say, around about Christmas time, spirit, pardon the pun, seems to die off a bit, and they've found that weird as well, and they can never explain it, why that kind of happens. And so that was the other reason I was asking, it's got to sound dead stupid.
I didn't understand a darn thing because on my end it was all technical difficulty, technical this, technical that. So I can't wonder if everyone is seeing me as either frozen on their side or not. I don't know.
Can you hear us, Jennifer?
It's very quiet.
There's a clicking sound coming through somewhere.
The clicking's coming for Craig. Mute Craig, clicking going. Right?
Right. So,
unmute Craig and it comes back.
So how's your sound, Jennifer?
Jennifer's froze. She's not even there.
Okay, what's making that clicking sound?
I don't know. There's no clicky sound here.
Because it's coming from
I can't hear it.
Right.
That was weird. Everything just dropped and glitched, and then all of a sudden it said, "Oh, we had a problem."
Yeah.
Right. Well, I've
All right, that was fun.
Me too.
These are me.
Anyhow,
Who was clicking the screen?
I know.
That's your husband.
So.
It was clicking the
I
screen.
forgot what we're
Doing
talking.
something.
Is it possible that spirit senses, it's Christmas time,
I think it is.
You
Yes.
think it is?
Yes.
There he's back again.
It's like celebrities.
I think it really depends because what if the spirit does never wow, there's feedback. Lots of feedback on my end.
I think
It's Craig.
My house
I was saying there's some spirits that are out there that never celebrated Christmas to begin with.
Possible.
But and the question I would have is, do they even understand what Christmas is, or do they understand Christmas from a different point of view? Did they understand it from a religious point of view? Those kind of things.
Depends what kind of person they were, I suppose.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
I don't know. It's just those are questions I think about.
Yeah.
I don't know if Craig's done to your phone or whatever.
I don't know. I'm going to kill him.
Anyway, we've been gone over an hour. I can't stay too much longer. I have plans.
No, we're going to wind up there because I know you've got other arrangements.
Yeah, I got other plans coming. They're probably on their way now.
Just 5 minutes. Just quickly, what would you say? How would you summarise 2023 for PIH?
Oh, for PIH. I'm pretty good. We've done pretty well this year, considering we had to make up a new page and stuff last year. I think we've done pretty good, and obviously we're expanding because obviously we've got the Scottish team, the American team, we've got an Australian team.
It's been a whirlwind.
Yeah, definitely been an interesting year. We'll say that.
Huge whirlwind.
What were you, Craig? Very briefly, how would you think how it's been for PIH in 2023?
I'm finding it hard to hear you. You're very, very quiet.
I'll answer for him then. Craig doesn't do anything briefly, as we well know.
That's
you briefly then.
Right, from Craig's point of view, I would say it's been more, he's enjoyed merely the historic side of it, and he's been involved in a bit more of that, so he's probably enjoyed that.
Right. No, it's been a good year for us, folks. As everybody everybody says, did we get Jennifer's feedback on it?
I said it was a whirlwind.
She's
Sure.
a one.
It's getting late. It's getting
It's no, it's a whirlwind. There's been stuff. I mean, I was able to add some things into this year, so yeah. Because I plan on. I think every year, I think I'll just do what I do every year for spooky season. Definitely, I enjoy it. So yeah.
It's been a good year. We've had a couple of wee setbacks. I had my heart attack in February, so that kind of put us off the rails for a wee bit. And then with COVID and different kind of illnesses throughout the year. But and there's a few things that we've had planned for this year that we've not been able to do, simply because one, somebody's been no well, or because of the weather. But on the whole, I mean, our numbers have jumped exponentially.
Yes.
Yeah, like that word, exponentially. So, and we just want. Also, next year we got a lot more coming next year, and I'm going to push it now. We got an Elvis show coming next February. Do not miss it because it's going to be amazing.
I'll skip that one if you don't mind.
You can skip that one, but we got a lot of new guests coming.
No, you're to be honest.
A lot of new guests coming next year. We will be starting at Wallace. So I've already spoke to the Society of William Wallace and David Espinosa. We are definitely 100% starting it next year. And we've got collabs lined up with various teams, Scotland and England as well.
Yep.
So there's a lot coming for 2024. Yep. But everybody at PIH, I just want to say a massive thank you to all our guests. And to everybody who's followed us, watched us, supported us throughout the entire year, because obviously we could all use be here probably. Well, we'd be here, but you know how it is. But just a massive big thank you to, and Sarah and I want to say a big massive thank you to the teams, obviously, as well.
Because without yours, we wouldn't be. Well, it just wouldn't be us.
I have a prediction for next year. My prediction is that things are going to get crazy in a good way. The reason why, it's a leap year.
So it is.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking we're going to have some crazy stuff happen that's going to be really positive.
Wonderful.
For that, folks. But we're going to wind it up there. I was going to say this is your last live year, but it's not. I've got a live with Patty Negri on Monday. Tuesday night, we're going out to Loudon Cup to lay down the toys like we did last year for the kids. We're going to try the same thing again. But as general, this will be our last live, except Monday. So have a great Christmas and a safe Christmas and a great New Year, folks. And this lot will see you next year. I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
And enjoy the rest.
See you around. How about that?
Cheers, folks.
Merry Christmas. Bye.